Good morning, everyone. My name is Diane Langman. I'm the mayor of the Village of Warfield and the chair of the Regional District of Kootenay Boundary. We just want to start off and say that we're thinking of our friends, colleagues, and neighbors in both the Boundary region and Central Kootenay right now as they go through not only a pandemic, but also this flood season. 2020 has been a really challenging year for everyone right now. And so our thoughts are with all of British Columbia, really, as we stand together. Today we have with us Director Andy Morel, who is from the City of Rossland, and Director Richard Dunsdon, who's from the Village of Midway. So we just want to touch base with both of you and find out what's going on in your communities. So I'll pass it over to Director Morel.
Thank you, Diane. Well, Rossland is, I think, done an admirable job thus far of dealing with the current situation of the pandemic. Thankfully, we haven't been affected by the unfortunate flooding that's occurring in other portions of our riding. Although I will say that our hearts as well go out to those folks who are dealing with such a situation right now, and we hope for a speedy recovery on that front. Rossland has taken a number of new initiatives of late. There's no question that the pandemic's affected our community like all others in our district. And I think that our staff have done a great job of responding to the issues that were out there. We have, like all other communities, had to close and under Dr. Bonnie Henry's direction, responded to the closures as all other communities have had to do, and now going with a graduated reopening. And the community is been very respectful, I would say, on the whole. We haven't had many complaints or issues come up, and everybody's heeded the advice generally that the community has taken from the province and of course from our federal government as well. And now things like parks, our city hall, administrative buildings, etc., are going through a gradual phased reopening. Yeah, I think it's going well. But again, under the edict of the province and Dr. Bonnie Henry and of course our Solicitor General Adrian Dix. So we continue to monitor the situation. You know, things like opening the skate park has posed some concerns, and you know it's going to be very difficult to keep folks social distancing in that kind of a facility. But we're endeavoring to provide some staffing. Increasing, more or less just having our public works staff do some monitoring and keeping an eye on the situation. And we're prepared to close something down if it became an issue. The other thing that we're excited and proud of for our community is there's been a mask making program started. Our mayor, Kathy Moore, has been part of that initiation. And it's been very successful. Upwards of 800 now to 1,000 masks have been produced and distributed throughout the community using a couple of businesses as the distribution base. It's worked really well. So many people are starting to use masks, especially obviously when you enter businesses and where you've got a larger percentage of people at closer quarters. So that's kind of an exciting experience for our community, and I'm proud of our citizens for taking some responsibility on that front, because we're not out of the woods as we know it. And I know that for a while it'll be a change for everybody, and that I think generally people are responding by being responsible, and I'm proud of our community for doing that. And I wish that everybody continues to be on guard at some level, be respectful of our neighbors and our rest of our citizens in our community, yeah, continue to take the responsible approach when it comes to the advice from the professionals. I think that's critical. So
thank you, Andy. Thanks. Richard, how about you?
Thank you for the opportunity Chair Langman. Right off the top, I'll say that the flood did miss Midway, and we are very grateful for that. Our hearts do go out to those who have been affected. COVID-19, the village is working to develop safety protocols in terms of opening our village office, the museum, library, arena, campground, and these will all be in accordance with the direction from the provincial health officer. Council face-to-face meetings will resume, I think, next week and take place in the community hall. This venue will allow for appropriate distancing for council and for the public who want to attend. More specifically, our village office has been, the front door's been locked now for, I don't know, a month, 2 months, month and a half. There is a service window available for residents. Downside, no ICBC transactions can take place at that particular venue. Museum, the directors have tentatively decided that they're not going to open the museum or the bunkhouse, but that could change if appropriate protocols become available. Our village campground is currently closed. The manager of the campground says he's fully booked for the months of July and August. But again, opening will depend on protocols that are developed. Our library is closed currently, and I'm not sure about opening times. I haven't heard anything. Our community garden is open and fully subscribed with appropriate protocols in place. As Andy said, that I'm proud of everybody in this community, staff, residents, everybody has responded in appropriate, caring fashions to deal with this COVID-19. Yeah, it's been a tough go, and I don't think the end's in sight yet, but we'll keep plugging away at it. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone, and stay safe out there. Remember to wash your hands, stay physically distant from anyone who is outside of your bubble, and take care. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.